Welcome back. In this second of a two-part episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll finish explaining the port security modes on Catalyst 1200 and 1300 series switches. Next. I'll jump right in with the third option for port security, Secure Permanent Mode. With this selection, the current dynamic MAC addresses associated with the port are kept as long as the configuration is saved to the startup configuration on the switch. New MAC addresses can be learned as permanent secure up to the maximum allowed on the port. Relearning and aging are disabled. This mode is useful for ports that connect to devices with a moderate level of turnover, such as hot desks in an office space. It provides a balance between security and flexibility, allowing a set number of devices to connect over time without the need for constant reconfiguration. Looking at the dynamic address table, there are two MAC addresses learned on port 9. I'll head over to Port Security. I'll select Secure Permanent Mode, the maximum number of allowed addresses to 3, and click Apply. I'll also lock the port, select Discard on Violation, enable Trap for Messages, and click Apply once again. With Secure Permanent enabled, you can see the static table is populated. Entries from port 9 are deleted from the dynamic address table. When I add a third MAC address, it is entered into the static address table. When I attempt to add a fourth, it is beyond what is allowed, so the MAC address is discarded and a notification is sent. If I remove the device from port 9 and reboot the switch, the entries will remain under the static address table. The last option is Secure Delete on Reset mode. This mode deletes the current dynamic MAC addresses associated with the port after a reset. New MAC addresses can be learned up to the maximum allowed on the port, but relearning and aging are disabled. This is ideal for temporary or short-term network setups, such as in event venues, pop-up shops, or testing environments. It ensures that once the event or activity is over and the switch is reset, all dynamically learned MAC addresses are cleared, maintaining a clean slate for the next use. I have nothing connected to port 9 at the moment. For the interface settings on port 9, I'll select Secure Delete on Reset, the maximum number of allowed addresses to 3, and click Apply. I'll select to lock the port, discard on violation, and enable trap messages. Once I click Apply, the port is locked. I'll go back to the MAC address table. There are no MAC addresses showing for port 9 on either the dynamic or static address table. Once I connect to port 9, 2 MAC addresses populate the static address table. One more can be added, so there are 3. After that, they are discarded. I'll save the running configuration. One important thing to remember for Secure Delete on Reset is that after a reboot of the switch, the static address table is cleared for port 9. All entries have been deleted. So there you have it, 4 port security modes, each with a different level of control to help ensure that only the devices you trust can access the network. Put them to work for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.